Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ Bro Jamai.
What's good?
Hey, just me.
Kind of Paul.
Bringing you our Justice Clubhouse podcast, season 3, episode 15. We are episode 15. We got like maybe 6 or 7 more weeks of this. And glad to say before we get into Legends this week, and the episode title was called Guest Starring John Noble, which is meta for so many reasons. All the DCTV shows on CW have been renewed.
That is so sick, yes.
Yes, I'm so excited.
That was such a quick and awkward pause, but whatever.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Almost everything on CW got renewed except for things that were...
Dynasty.
Yeah, stuff like that. And mid-season, like we still haven't heard about Life Sentence. But it's a great show. Like, I'm not going to even, cast doubt on it. I think it will
it started like this year, right?
Yeah, it was a mid-season premiere along with Black Lightning. But those shows, at their core, like the whole superhero genre, that's going to go on for a few more years for sure. We're excited to be able to review that. We don't know if we're going to be exactly here when we review them, but...
No, it's not...
we'll just keep... But I'm saying, just keep... a close eye on our social media.
Now people are gonna start questioning.
But yeah, for this episode of Legends, we shall roll the clip. This week on Legends tomorrow. After finding out that Amaya took the jump shot to 1992 Zambezi to change her future, Sarah has Nate, Wally, and Zari go after her. Rip tells the team that Grodd has plans to kidnap Barack Obama, so Sarah, Ray, Ava, and Rip go to save him. They get him to safety after Ray shrinks Grodd. When Amaya decides to make sure that her daughter Essie is to have the Nancy totem passed to her, Nate decides to help her. Wally warns him of the consequences for changing events in time. Damien goes to the Legends for help to save Nora from being taken over by Mallus. After some arguments between Sarah and the team, and some wise advice from Obama, Sarah agrees. Her only condition is that Damien trade his life for Nora's. Ray and Damien work together to trick Nora into a trap that Mick and Damien made. Ava and Sarah argue when the latter allows Damien to wield the death totem. After hearing the truth from Rip about being the 12th clone to be recruited, Ava storms off. Sarah tries to get her to stay but fails. The Legends arrive at Zambezi and wait for Essie to defeat the warlords before dealing with Mallus. Grodd is revealed to have been released by Damien, causing the Legends to attack the latter. Nate stops Grodd using the Earth Totem, and then they all watch as Nora, who has been fully taken over by Mallus, transforms into a large winged demon. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse podcast. One sentence.
Make America Grodd again.
That's perfect. That was a perfect way to summarize this episode. It was just like so many storylines going down, and it was the penultimate episode. So it's basically setting up the climax for what's to come. Everything about the show we love, and we can't wait to see it explore a season 4 of another whole adventure of craziness. But the only problem I guess I had with this episode and just the season in general is just the fact that they kept Mallus literally like his reveal to the second to last episode of the season, and he's like this all-powerful demon. Yeah,
and this is where I'm gonna go off of that and go kind of the opposite. I kind of was honestly like that. I was questioning why do they do that, but it actually kind of makes up for it. This episode and then the preview for next week's finale.
It did, but it makes me want to say, don't do that next season.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to test it out. They're treading they're testing the waters, not treading the water.
And I don't know why, but I love it when they turn bad guys into sort of good guys, or
the
like
Damien Darhk morals. His whole storyline in this episode was pretty
awesome.
Cool.
So basically, he wants to save his daughter, and he's willing to give his life to Sarah if they help him get her back, because she was slipping, man. He was like. But
with those types of people, there's always like, it's not just a hidden agenda. He just has his own way of trying to do things without telling anyone
sort of
what to
dirty.
do.
He just wanted to make sure the timeline was intact.
Yeah, it's understandable, but at least I can't tell him. Just say that to the team, like tell the team what he's planning.
Because they probably said no.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool to see that he understood all about time and making sure it happens. And also Wally was telling Nate, out of all people, that he joined the Legends to make sure that they stop time anachronisms. And then there he is.
That's how we started, right? On Arrow.
Yeah, he wanted to help them stop.
He's just like, I'm a historian who feels like history. History shouldn't be
tampered with.
tampered with, exactly.
And then he goes around. That's the only problem with the characters is like Sarah, like their love is like what clouds everything because it's so kind of selfish in a sense. Like Sarah turned away Ava. And just like that standard stupid, I can't be with you because of the darkness, blah, blah, blah. And then you got Nate, who's goo goo gaga for Amaya and will do anything, like change the timeline and create basically another Flashpoint event, which Wally was like, dude, if you're going to do this, I'm going to stop you. Like, that was pretty sick. Like, going from the Wally that just got his powers in season 3? Right? Or was it season 2? No, it was season 3.
Wherever Zolomon.
Yeah. So
right?
Is it? Zolomon?
No, the Husk.
The Husk. Okay, so that was season 3.
Yeah.
Going from that Wally, like the kind of arrogant, just wanting to rush into the fire type of Wally to this very mature. Hey, let's probably not change the timeline because we're just gonna make things worse. That was a great development for his character, and he showed it here. And then he was like, I don't even care. I'm a snitch. It's like I told them. He didn't listen. They still did it. Amaya is just like, like we seen how that all went down, and then they totally just botched everything up for real. But before all that, it was really cool to see Brock. Yeah. That was awesome.
I was thinking about doing an impression, but I can't do an impression. Let's just go.
Yeah, I was about to do it.
This is not.
Whoever played him though, he was great. He was awesome, and the fact like
how he gave advice to Sarah.
That was amazing.
That was a cool little scene.
She wiped his memory twice. And then Ray shrinking Grodd. That was awesome. Him in a little bottle.
I like how they throw little pot shots. To politics nowadays.
We love it. We're freaking.
We're just open-minded. We don't like. We understand everyone's opinion, and we just try
some more so than others.
We try not to get it like too twisted where arguments start. It's whatever.
Everybody's entitled to their own thing, but if you're racist, you're racist. That's it. I guess that's all we want to
believe in what you want to believe. But when it comes to like, okay, I'm just not gonna.
Don't hurt nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing it. Yeah, just have your own opinion, but
say
just
what you need to say.
Exactly. And it was pretty cool. Like there's some really funny moments between Dark and the team. Like when Ray's like, I think I need to go inside of Nora, and he was like, what'd you just say? He was like,
not like that.
Like I felt like I had a connection with her. Want me to kill you right now?
That's hilarious because they're actually married.
Yeah,
in real life. That's
very cool.
That's kind of funny.
And they're like on opposite sides of this war going on. You said something about Mick doing something.
Yeah. Oh, he drew like the ritual circle, the thing that Constantine did, and Dark knows how to do it too. It's pretty funny because he thought that he was drawing the symbol the right way, and him and Damien Darhk were arguing. He's like, no, I think it's supposed to be this way, and Mick's like, no, I see it right here. It's supposed to be drawn like this. And then he's like, man, this is why you guys need me right now. And he started flipping the symbols. Yeah. Because he's done that multiple times. Yeah. So obviously he knows what he's doing. But it's just funny their banter between the two.
It's cool because like now Mick has like this power.
He's got knowledge.
He's part of like that whole totem thing. But it's like because he's kind of a blockhead, he doesn't fully grasp it. So it's kind of funny. He's like OP and sort of kind of not all there in the head. But it's pretty cool for him to have gone from like a supervillain to this. Like this was basically the what is this, like I don't know how to say the words, like the grouping of like the Avatar. Like we have the Fire Nation, we have the Earth Benders, we have freaking Waterbender who hasn't showed his power yet.
Powders.
Hasn't
showed his ginger powder.
The Death Totem, the Anansi Totem?
Yes, right? I think so, yeah.
And whatever the heck.
Death Totem, you said?
Yeah, Death Totem. I don't know what Nora has, like the Soul Totem or something.
Hers is not even
it's not a totem,
anything.
Okay.
I think that's just what helps power Mallus.
It's dope. Like just like seeing Nate actually use the Earth Totem. That was sick.
That was just out of nowhere. He's like, oh, I did it.
It worked. Yeah. he owned Grad. That was sick.
Yeah.
And Ray not actually being able to use it, but hopefully we'll get to see him use it. But it's pretty cool that Sarah trusted them enough to be able to wield them. So, and then Sarah, like her dilemma, like she realized that she effed up, and I like that she kind of like admitted it. Yeah, and then she actually trusted Darhk. And the thing is, Darhk didn't do the wrong thing, but I totally understand why they were pissed at him towards the end there.
Yeah.
But then again, you need to let time happen. Like Wally said.
Yeah, even he knows that. It's just like one wrong, not just one wrong change, just one change in general. Just
it's F everything over.
Yeah.
And, you know, he just wants to save his kid. He doesn't even care about his own life at that point. And honestly, Amaya just giving her that totem up was, I don't know. That death needed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks that Nate didn't see that, but you already had a couple great years with her, bro. Like, you just need to understand that that's what happens. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with that wing, because it's amazing to see that they're not freaked out when they can't see a demon. Like, they'll fight it in whatever form it takes, but then when they actually see a winged creature, it was kind of scary.
Literally Satan, dude.
Like,
that was
seeing Damien's heart drop was like, oh, this is effed up. This is like, this is actually bad. Because
dude,
seeing him get scared of something, that's bad.
Yeah, when he turned into that demon, I was just like, yo, we just need Jack Black and Tenacious D to come back. Him and Kyle, just like
that's awesome.
Do a rock show
in the party zone. In the party zone.
Dude, that was actually amazing CGI.
It was, and we all totally understand why they saved it for the last episode. Second to last episode.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
But then again, we would have loved to see that throughout the season, and maybe roll it over the next season.
Even what they did, that one scene where Darhk and Nora were talking.
Yeah,
she kind of almost evolved into Mallus, but it showed a shadow. Like a silhouette of him.
Looking like Chernobog.
Yeah, so they could have done that throughout the season.
I agree with that, because
like even little scenes like that would kind of give us an idea as to what he is. But it's amazing to actually see his true form.
And he was like, I am more than a god.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, poopy my pants.
Yeah, exactly.
Another cool part was we got to see John Noble, but he wasn't playing Mallus. He was just, obviously he was voicing him, but he was playing. Ray went to the time where they're filming.
Yeah, he went to set
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
and I forgot what his character was, but it starts with a D on there. And
did I write it down? I thought I did.
It's like the I honestly, I watched Lord of the Rings back when I was in freaking 5th grade with my friend Francis Ambrosio at some cinema in Greenwich, and as much as I loved it, I just did not understand all the names and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it was interesting for them to kind of like have a living like reference. Like it's just it's so meta. The fact that they're able to do this.
Yeah.
And when Ray shrunk and went into her eardrum and then like tricked her into going into the way, that was hilarious. And Darhk, like the way he acts when he's lying is like, how could you not tell he's lying? And that's her dad. How did she not know that he wasn't telling? It's like, oh no, why would I do that? Like it's like so obvious.
Yeah.
What else was there before we get into Easter eggs? Any dislikes? I don't think I disliked anything. Except Amaya's decision.
Amaya
and Nate's
kind of, yeah.
Both their decision. The lover's decisions.
Yeah. I guess you could say that their love is too strong, you know.
It is.
It stands the test of time. Oh, yeah. What were you saying about Ray? Nate?
I was about to sing the song. I forgot it.
Oh. The code is 111.
I thought he was trying to do like people at a party, but like he was doing it.
It's so cringe.
The code is 112, and they're like, "Oh, shut up."
But Wally was the only one that was like kind of digging it. He's like, "Oh, he can sing, bro."
It's like let's make songs all the time. Yeah, I like that they're throwing it in there. It's like the perfect amount of cringe and the perfect amount of like cheesiness.
He is like the perfect dude to do like cheesy scenes like that. And still get away with it, and still like have pride in himself to keep going.
I think if I had to sing, I'd be like, yo.
I was like, just stop. I'll do the first line. I'm not gonna go with the 1-1-2.
Yeah, he kept going.
I guarantee you, if they didn't stop him, he actually would have kept going, and he wouldn't have cared.
All I hear is like when he was singing that, it was Michael Scott's "Feeling Hot, Hot, Hot." Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, he had the timpani.
Yeah. People at the party, hot, hot, hot. But yeah, this was a pretty solid episode. It was cool seeing Dark team up with the Legends, and then the sort of like struggle between what to do, what's right and what's wrong, and then Ava.
Yeah,
that was messed up. Like
those are two powerful scenes, Ava and Rip.
Yeah,
and then Sarah and Dark.
Yes,
both of those scenes.
Dark is like love Sarah.
I kind of felt for Damien, but at the same time, you can never feel too like bad for. Yeah, you can't have too much sympathy for a villain because they always got.
I mean, she
always got like an extra like plan up their sleeve.
It must be hard to look at somebody that killed your sister. So
that's pretty.
Kind of get that. And then Ava, she was like, "Which one am I?" Like the 12.
Yeah, that's tough.
Was that a Doctor Who reference? Was it?
Maybe.
Was it? But yeah, that sucks. But Rip was like, I guess he was just trying to protect her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But is there anything else?
Mini Grodd?
Yes, that was amazing. That's it. That's all I got.
He redefined MAGA.
Yeah. Make America Grodd again. But yeah. You want to go into Easter eggs?
Sure.
Okay.
Lord of the Rings. Someone just said that before you do.
John Noble. That's just awesome. And the fact that they named it like guest starring John Noble, that's freaking amazing. And they made it make sense. Mm-hmm. So what else is there?
I did not catch anything.
Oh yeah, the 12th, like that's gotta be a Doctor Who reference.
Yeah, maybe.
Code 131. I'm just gonna say that. I don't know what that meant.
If the code is
131. They mentioned Obamacare, but they put it into a joke. Run Barry Run, but it was with Barack Obama.
I didn't know that was his like nickname.
Yeah, they call him Barry.
Is that because he didn't want to accept his original name, or
I have no idea. No, it's just like a
nickname in college.
That's his nickname. I think that's pretty much it. There's just a bunch of like pop culture references. We could say like the Avatar, the Last Airbender thing was going on there.
Yeah, sure.
They mentioned the New York Knicks at one point.
Oh.
Yeah. I think he was Nate was talking to Wally about it or something like
that. I didn't catch that. Cool. Very nice.
And I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got for Easter eggs.
Yeah, I didn't get much.
So previews for next week: The Good, the Bad, and the Cuddly, which is the finale.
Dude,
oh man,
what if it's
you excited?
Bebo versus Mallus.
Yes, they gave him the
Bebo versus Mallus, dude.
That'd be amazing.
Either that or Mallus turns into Bebo.
Oh, a giant Bebo.
Yeah.
Dude, that would be amazing.
One or the other. Both of those would be amazing to see.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could go ahead and read that.
Yeah, it'll be like Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
All right, so the Legends plan to vanquish Mallus by using the totems, but it doesn't go to plan, forcing Rip to improvise. The team finds itself regrouping in the Wild West, where they run into the old pal Jonah Hex. Sarah leaves Ray in charge of watching Damien Darhk while she comes up with a new plan. Meanwhile, Amaya is determined to find a way to use the totems to destroy Mallus. Uh-oh.
So they're basically going to recruit everything, like all the anachronisms?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Because I saw the Romans there, like Julius Caesar and his crew. I saw...
that's what Mallus is. Yeah, he's just like, he's bringing in all the mistakes they made to use against them.
That's cool that they brought it back to Hex.
Yeah. I'm scared of what's going to happen. Hopefully nobody dies, but if Jax is coming back, the only way I see that making sense is if, I don't know if he wants to rejoin the team.
Maybe
or somebody dies and he's at a funeral.
Yeah, true.
You know?
Yeah, maybe that's either that or...
Maybe Rip dies.
Oh.
Like, this is his final hurrah. Like, finally he gets to, like, go to...
Because didn't he say, like, Hex owed him a favor?
Yeah.
And maybe that's, like, the promise he's going to keep.
He's like, take me out.
Yeah, either that or it's just, like,
take me out of the ball game.
It's just, like, the last fight.
Yeah. This is dope. We can't wait to see what happens. Hopefully, I honestly, if it was up to us, we would rather Mal stick around because
that'd be
feel like
sick.
he hasn't been
That'd be
able
so
to
sick.
stick around as much as he should have.
Mhm.
But yeah, there could be possible death. Sarah's supposed to be going on to Arrow towards the end of the season.
I think it's the finale for Arrow.
Yeah, so that's gonna be
She's gonna be back.
interesting. So maybe Jax does rejoin them, and Sarah takes a leave of absence after Rip dies, and who knows? And Damien Darhk is for sure gonna die.
Dude, what if Mick can give him his own Firestorm Matrix?
That'd be sick. He's like, you want powers, kid?
Yeah, instead of like pairing him up with someone, he can just create.
That'd be sick. Or what if Mick leaves and it's just like, you can take this,
Take
kid.
this.
He's like, what is this supposed to do?
I want to be a writer.
Man, yeah, a lot of things could go a lot of ways, but Amaya for sure, her and Nate they can't end up together. They do
the big mess up.
Yeah.
Like the super big mess up.
And if this is the way it works, Marie can't exist. That's the only thing. Like, they would be missing up. But then if Marie doesn't exist, she never helped Team Arrow fight Damien Darhk. Like, there's just too many things at stake if they change the timeline. But it would be cool if they changed the timeline, because then they could, like, little tiny changes next season, you know?
Yeah, but anything can cause ripple effects.
Yeah, that's true. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so with that being said, you guys, we shall see you in Black Lightning. This week on Black Lightning, Gambi guides Jefferson and Anissa to an army where the metapods may be. They take out the guards but don't find anything. Jefferson is still hesitant to trust Gambi, but Anissa tries to help them patch things up. Vice Principal Kara Foudy continues to oversee the pods and is disappointed when some of the children die. She's then tasked by the ASA to bring them Jefferson. Foudy has Deputy Chief Kamen lead the arrest on Jefferson. The next day, Kamen and his men plant green light in Jefferson's car so they arrest him. Jennifer, Anissa, and the rest of the students defend Jefferson, but he tells them to go about their day while he fixes the situation. Anissa goes to Gambi and they hatch a plan to prove Jefferson isn't Black Lightning. Jennifer and Lynn comfort one another as they wait for news about Jefferson. Jefferson is brutalized by the police at the precinct, but Henderson looks out for him. Gambi creates a hologram of Black Lightning, then stages a commotion in which the Hero and Thunder work together to stop. The whole city sees it, including Kara, who tries to get the ASA off Jefferson's back. Henderson gets a corrupt cop to give Kamen up and is able to free Jefferson. The Pierces share a heartfelt reunion and Gambi makes amends with Jefferson. After watching Henderson being promoted Deputy Chief on TV, they all share a meal with one another. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse podcast. Alright, so getting into that episode of Black Lightning, which is titled Black Jesus, the Book of Crucifixion. One sentence.
Black Jesus is in jail.
Yeah, and he is freed by his people. That was amazing. This episode was really, really cool.
Let my people let me go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It was.
One quick note.
Mm-hmm.
I love how the news, like in between during the ads and also the ads themselves, also kind of they hinted towards like the symbolism in this episode, because they also had MLK.
Yeah. Themes of injustice, basically. Police brutality, and, you know, Black power. It was really cool to just see this family of not only just the Pierces, along with Henderson and Gambi work together to prove a innocent man's case. Basically, it was really cool to see them not do it the Jefferson way, as Gambi put it, which was using his powers to get out of his predicament. So
Henderson really stepped it up in my book.
He really did.
The amount of respect that goes to him now for me is crazy, because of he really really did a lot to get him out.
He was just like he was like, hello,
that's
Jefferson.
Pretty boss.
He was acting kind of cold towards him, but it was just an act, and he was like, his eyes and ears everywhere.
That's what the commercial was. The ad was for last week.
That was dope. Yeah, and then seeing Gambi and Anissa, and Anissa trying to defend Gambi's actions to Jefferson, that was really nice. Especially since Jefferson's kind of been giving Gambi a hard time these past 3-4 episodes before he got his ass kicked.
Episodes,
and yeah, it was just nice to see, you know, Lynn kind of comfort her daughter Jennifer. She just doesn't understand it yet. She's still a kid. She's a millennial. Problems like this arise in our lives. We kind of just go crying to our parents. So that's what she did, And it was a really nice touching moment between the two because we haven't really seen them like have those sorts of moments since this all started. You know, she was kind of always having attitudes with both her parents and just not like until she was brought into the fold and the fact that she has powers. So, what else was there in this episode? It was weird to see all that kind of unfold so quickly, and at least there were like leveled heads in there realizing that, hey, Jefferson's not bad. Everybody else was like, you know, they're on the pay grade, so they just planted something in there, planted evidence, and then it just
sometimes it just once it's above their pay grade, they can't do anything.
It just kind of snowballed a little quickly.
I think Henderson was one of those dudes that could just go against the grain.
Yeah,
no matter what. He's like, like the white guy. He's like, this is above your pay grade. You shouldn't mess with it. But he still got him out of that situation.
We're not even gonna mention his real name, even though I have it written down here because he's a scumbag.
I already forgot. Yeah, he's a scumbag. But I really also like the community.
Yeah,
behind
everyone
Jefferson
was defending him. Like you would never sell
all the students, all the teachers. They're just like, what? That's not who he is.
That was so dope when like the kids just like they stood in front of the
they created
cops.
A barricade.
They're like, no, you're not taking him. And then he's like, I need. And Jefferson's just so. It's funny because with Gambi, he kind of like throws it all at him when he's kind of pissed.
Yeah.
But then with everybody else, when everyone's getting pissed,
stay calm.
In his defense, like he's kind of like the Gambi to everybody else. So you guys understand that Gambi's kind of like his not his punching bag, but it's kind of like his balance, like in between his vigilanting and his being a teacher and a father and stuff like that. So, it was really interesting for them to get the job done without having to really spill blood this episode. I thought that was really dope that Gambi built a hologram and Anissa was running around with him. He's like, don't let that vehicle come in between you two. And then she's like, okay, I got it. She claps, and then the car parks. Like, that was...
She really knows how to control her powers. That's insane.
That was so dope. And then Gambi's, like, in the car.
Self-driving car, yo. That
was so cool. Like, creating the diversion so that they could prove that Jefferson wasn't black. That was genius. Like, it was a really cool plan. And seeing them, like, it's very different from, like, the other shows.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
When you see heroes, they kind of, like, go pretty fast when they're handling their business and saving the day. You get glimpses of them. Here, Anissa was actually out in the crowd, like walking down the street in her full thunder costume. I really
like the sense of realism the show brings.
Yeah, and they're not afraid to be heroes, like to just be out there when, you know, they need to be out there. It's breath of fresh air.
It's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and I like that cop got his comeuppance.
Yeah, both of them.
Jefferson got free.
Both of them.
The other dude's like...
The other dude's an a-hole with the long hair also.
Yeah, he was.
They're both a-holes, but he's kind of like a little bit more snarky.
He drew his gun, too. That was messed up. Like, it's just it was too real. Like, all the tension that was in this episode, especially what's going on now. It's, the show's highlighting on things.
Raises a lot of awareness.
Yeah, for sure.
It's good.
And then the ending, that was such a beautiful ending. We get Henderson promoted, and then we get to see the Pierce family along with Gambi eating dinner after saying grace.
Pizza and vegetables.
That was amazing. That's so cool. And it looks like they're gonna move forward. So, you know, from here on out, they're gonna be working together for those metas. She's an interesting character though. She's not totally bad. Kara Fowdy, the vice principal.
Fowdy.
It seems like she got into something that was way over her head at the time. Maybe she was doing the right thing.
Born into it.
Yeah, it could be that too.
Maybe her father worked there, and she's just like, "Hey, sure, I'll do this."
Yeah,
almost dropped my microphone.
And then, you know, she's just she seems sort of remorseful with the stuff that she's been doing with, you know, getting Jefferson incarcerated and well, not incarcerated, but arrested, and yeah, she seemed to be trying to right her wrong, I guess, but it's too late. It
It's
was
too
too
late.
late at that
No,
point.
but it still is too late. I don't think she could go back from that.
And then the metas, that was pretty cool. Like, they're still just testing who can survive it. So I guess.
Oh, that sucks that one of those died, dude.
Yeah.
One of the subjects.
So maybe it's the meta gene. Like, it triggers the meta gene in other people. It's like the green light. If you survive it, then you have the meta gene. If you don't, then you're dead.
Kind of reminds me of Terrigen.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of like. Yeah, exactly. It's very much like that.
Just kidding. Yeah, it's very similar. So it's all good, dude.
Is there anything else in this episode?
No. Yeah, you touched on everything.
All right, so getting into, I guess, the Easter eggs, what did you find? I found nothing. I don't know these rap songs that they're playing in these episodes, nothing, honestly. And we still don't know enough about, what do you call it? We haven't seen freaking Grace.
Who's Grace?
Grace Choi, Anissa's girlfriend.
Oh.
She kind of left.
Yeah, I think they're building her up for next season.
Understandable.
Hopefully. If not, then that was just a bad way to just let that storyline go.
Yeah. Because she's an Amazon.
Yeah.
Come on. I guess we could get into previews for next week. We have 2 more episodes.
Yeah. Oh.
This is crazy.
Dang.
So next week, the resurrection in the light of the Book of Pain. Tobias returns to Friedland. He is tasked to capture, not kill Black Lightning, with the help of unexpected source. After a battle of epic proportions, Anissa and Jennifer provide surprising aid. Very cool. We saw like this brawl happening in the high school.
Yeah, between all of them, actually.
That was so... I am excited about this. We finally get to see the family. Super family. The first black super family on TV take on the Mega 3. And it looks like it's... We kind of like guessed this last week, I think. Like,
I didn't expect the... I forgot about the chick.
That
is like the enforcer for...
She has a weird name.
Tobias.
Like, yeah. Cyanide.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, and it's spelled really weird too. Yeah, so we get those 3 versus the big 3. It's amazing. Like
Lala's gonna be quite a threat too.
Yeah, because he's got the resurrection. Maybe he doesn't die. He just keeps coming back to life. Then we have the whole meta human thing. That's probably gonna play into the next season for sure.
Who do you think is gonna face off against Lala? I feel like it could be Jennifer.
Oh, maybe. That makes sense because of powers.
Yeah, her powers. Maybe she can burn him or burn the
inside or
the tattoos off. Maybe that's what's powering him, and I don't know.
Maybe he's like weird. At a cellular level, so that makes sense with her powers because she can also, control her powers at a cellular level.
He's OP and she's OP. Why not try to see if they can battle it out? And Anissa's
cyanide.
Yeah, that girl's. I guarantee you that chick is like she knows how to throw down.
Yeah, for sure. And then Tobias versus, what do you call that? Black Lightning. Finally, like we get to see him go battle. I mean. Honestly, if it
that was so weird. He's like, "You're gonna have to fight me," and he's like squeezing his hand.
I don't get it. If it took him one shot of Black Lightning's lightning bolt to the chest and it knocked him out for about 4 or 5 episodes, we haven't seen him since that.
Maybe he just kept injecting himself with that green light.
Yeah, maybe. But it'll be interesting to see them finally go toe to toe on equal terms without anybody, holding them back or just straight up fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just going to be exciting to see the Pierce family take on him. It's going to be really cool. Gambi? I guess he'll just be guiding them. He's just building them new stuff. He did the hologram in just a day, so...
Half a day.
Half a day.
Not even a whole day.
That's pretty cool. So that maybe he'll outfit Jennifer, because how is Jennifer going to fight without... That's
kind of weird that they didn't show her in like those promo photos in a suit. She just has like leather.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing.
That kind of sucks though.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe her suit's gonna be epic to kind of.
You know what's crazy is that she can turn her clothes into pure energy too, and they don't disappear.
They don't burn.
So
they don't do anything.
Literally anything that she touches, like. she can control its like down to a molecular level. Everything.
Yes.
That's so OP and dope. Like Jennifer's like freaking her dad's getting wrecked by Tobias, and then Jennifer just lightning blasts him, and then he gets all the power in the world. People of Friedland, give me your power.
She's gonna spirit bomb.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that'd be so dope. And then to destroy Friedland or Garfield High. I don't
dope,
know
but not dope at the same time. Because
Yeah.
there's no school for them to go to.
2 episodes left.
Yeah,
This is
I
gonna be
honestly
really
didn't
insane.
realize that. So this is 11
13. Yeah.
right
And
now.
I'm 13.
Okay, cool.
And hopefully this gets more episodes next season. But then again, I think the 13 is great.
This is a great first season, though.
yeah, for
for
sure.
sure.
For sure. Moving forward, I definitely think Static Shock is in one of those. I know he's like more into the future, but it would be amazing if.
That'd be cool to just bring him now.
Yeah. Oh, maybe Jennifer might fight Khalil too,
Ooh.
because he's been out.
Maybe
of
that's like the
commission.
last man standing.
Yeah.
He's just like their secret weapon,
Yeah.
their wild card.
She's gonna f him up.
Yeah.
I have nothing else as far as series go. There's only 2 more episodes left. It looks like it's gonna be a battle royale. And
Battle Royale.
Maybe
Who says
Foudy.
that? I forgot.
It's from Accepted. That guy. With
Oh.
what do you call it? The afro.
Oh, okay.
Battle Royale. What else is there? That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
With that being said, you guys, we shall see you on Krypton. This time I corrected it. Bye. All right, so getting in this episode of Krypton, which was titled The Ranklish Initiative. One sentence.
Seg the hero.
Yes, and also Brainiac. Your world has come to die. I don't even want to.
I should have said that. That was a lot better.
This show is really surprising me, man. The visuals are still stunning after 3 episodes in, and doesn't look like they've dropped any production value. The story is just really cool. It's very different. Again, Adam Strange is portrayed very differently here than he has been ever portrayed in anything that I've seen or read. He's more of like this, like, you know, like a college dude that just kind of ended up in the past and is trying to fix the future. That way Superman exists. So it's interesting to see him kind of play a role in saving
Krypton's humanity.
Exactly, and the strongest hero to ever live, basically. It was nice to see Val-El. Nice presence to add to like their little team. Kem, I forgot his name last episode, but that's what his best friend's name is. Basically, his friend or sister or something, like somebody close to him, became the Sentry for Brainiac, and I think that's really cool. Like how it was like it kind of played out like a horror movie towards the end of the episode.
Yeah, that
it was
pretty
like
creepy.
Val-El's like, this thing's off, right? And then Seg-El, he's like, yeah, it's off. He's like, yeah, but the thing is, it's off because it was just turned on, so that means somebody's already infected. He was like, dun dun dun. It got real creepy from there. And it's just like, I was talking to Jeremy about this during the episode. It's crazy to see, like, in every Superman type of story, it's usually the hero that has the powers, and most times villain have like technology or something like that. But here, it's the villain who has the superpowers, and then the people of Krypton and our protagonist doesn't. He's just a normal dude, and it's scary, but at the same time makes it more interesting because it's like how are you supposed to beat this consumer of worlds, I guess.
This man can just upload multiple viruses without them knowing.
Didn't she look crazy when she became the Sentry? Like, her eyes look ridiculous. She was plugged up into all sorts of like wires and whatnot, like draining data from like the whole core of Krypton. And while that was happening, we have the whole military guild kind of divided.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird. Sorry, I know you're gonna get into what happened there, but I'm just thinking about how they are gonna try to stop him, because on Krypton they don't have powers.
Yeah,
but on Earth they would.
They would, yeah,
because they're what he calls different.
The sun, the yellow
sun. How I'm so confused.
How are they supposed to stop a superpowered being when they don't have no superpowers?
That's crazy.
The only thing though is that these people can fight. Like they actually, they can fight.
But how do you stop something that you can't really?
His ship is so scary.
You could karate chop the cords off of a person, but that's not gonna stop them from.
What about a ship
having a virus uploaded?
Yeah, and that's the size of a damn moon. That's basically a supercomputer.
Hopefully, we'll find out soon.
Yeah,
but what were you saying about the army and stuff?
Yeah, Lyta is basically like putting herself.
They call her like Lyta.
Lyta. Right? I say Lyta because it's just the way it's spelled. Yeah, she's really risking herself getting hurt on all sides because
she's a boss.
She's not following orders from her higher ups, and then she's creating her own orders and arresting her own people. That was insane. Like she was just like
that's awesome that she's for the people, but at the same time, like
it's like
you're gonna risk your own position.
It's like she has to really watch her back on like every second because. She's doing this just to help Seg. That's the only reason. She knows that he's right about something, but he hasn't told her the entire truth up until like the end of this episode. But like she's like the rankless. They're trying to flush out the Black Zero members, and it ended up being this whole entire fiasco where people are getting hurt and one of her military guard killed the rankless, and then she had that person arrested. I was like, oh, that's crazy. That's awesome. But yeah, and Nissa is like, she's a cool character. I feel like she is definitely playing her father, and that dude just looked like he's about to poop his pants. He's not the same guy that we were introduced to for the first 2 episodes where he was like, strong holding, or strong arming Seg-El. He was kind of like, he didn't know what the freak was going on. Everything was kind of like crumbling underneath him, and the freaking masked dude was like, "No, you're effed." But yeah, it was a pretty cool story. I'm not sure what happened to that person. They did unhook her as a Sentry, right?
Rom?
That's her name? Rom?
Yeah,
okay.
Rom.
They saved Rom.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they didn't save her in time because she had already sent the signal to Brainiac.
Mm-hmm.
So that sucks. So now it's all about what it's got. Some, I guess we can kind of jump into theories, I guess.
I got no theories, man.
Go Easter eggs.
Yeah, you can do Easter eggs.
I don't. Oh, the piece of tech that there's a piece of Daxamite tech that they said.
Nice.
So I couldn't remember exactly what the name was, but and also just freaking Brainiac ship is ridiculous.
Sorry, I yawned.
It's okay. Bad. Moving into the next episode, it looks like it's gonna be crazy. Obviously, since Brainiac has already kind of planted his feet in the planet. He's probably going to use the fact that everyone's divided against them and like basically have Krypton destroy itself.
Dang, that's tight.
Right, so he won't have to even he won't have to lay a finger. He's probably just gonna like hack into the system, make it seem like the Black Zero is attacking the Vexes or whatever, and then the Vexes are gonna attack them, and then it's just gonna be like a civil war type thing going on, and then he won't have to do anything, and then Seg-El's gonna have to go in there with his friends and be like, "No," something like that.
All he does is just show Superman's cape.
This
is our future,
and then it's just like it goes. Poof. Is there a second ago?
And they're just like, "What does that? What does that mean?" He's like, "We're gonna die."
It's a cape. What's a cape, dude? It's a really good show. You guys should definitely check it out. It's sadly I cannot do speed shows for this one, but maybe next season if it gets picked up.
Sure.
And again, another Easter egg, I guess.
They should make a Lego DC. Like
for sure. All TV shows put it on there.
not just Batman, because I know Batman is Batman, but they need to expand on and focus on other characters.
And make open world.
Yeah.
Stop with these hubs. These hubs are pissing me off.
See how like Lego Marvel superheroes? It focuses on a group.
Yeah.
Like as main characters. They should do that for DC.
Please, no more Lego Batman. Do Lego Justice League or something.
Yeah,
like
Justice League
or Lego
DC. No, just Lego DC heroes.
Yeah. Maybe have the movie side like be like extra, and then have just the TV
DCTV
side.
Would be a sick storyline to go by.
Right? It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I would dig like having the cast.
And then
go
they
on
could
there.
have other shows like Black Lightning as like side missions. You know, since it's not part of the main world, Earth, or maybe they could tie it in somehow. I'm getting too into.
No, I'm all for that too. So we could make the speed shows better.
Yeah, or maybe like this Krypton thing.
Yeah,
do like side missions.
Come on, just do it. You know, there's a fan base for this. I bought the damn Arrow DLC on the Lego Batman like 3 or 4 years ago, and I only played that thing once. But still, I will pay for this.
Yeah, they should really do that.
But yeah, getting back to this episode, it was fantastic, and we can't wait to see what happens next for sure. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
I'm just excited.
Yes,
you know, I want to see what issues happen or what issues arise and how they fix it.
For sure. And we need to see more Brainiac.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely see him.
He is insane looking. He is just like, every time you see him on screen, it's just like, whoa.
One question: how many episodes is this show?
10 or 13. Yeah, probably 10. It's sci-fi. And I guess with that being said, we shall see you guys on Arrow. This week on Arrow, Oliver and Diggle help Dinah capture Anatoly, who she brings to the SCPD. Oliver and Lynn stick up for Dinah when Captain Hill questions her actions. Oliver tries to question Anatoly, but the latter is released when the DEA and Hill find a loophole to free him. Diggle is disappointed when Oliver reveals that he's not giving up the mantle as Green Arrow. Even though Oliver apologizes, Diggle is visibly upset. They find out that Diaz is getting his money selling Vertigo. Lance tries to help Laurel live a normal life, while Diaz questions her loyalty. Dinah and Curtis work with a few good cops on the force to try to find those on Diaz's payroll. As Curtis and Nick get closer, Curtis learns that he doesn't like vigilantes. After getting a lead from Felicity, Oliver and Diggle find a Vertigo dealer named Katz. Diggle becomes hostile, and while he argues with Oliver, Katz is killed by his girlfriend who is loyal to Diaz. A heated argument erupts between Oliver and Diggle at the Arrow Cave over the former's leadership. To clearing his head and talking to Lyla, Diggle returns and apologizes to Oliver. He stands by what he said and proceeds to call Oliver out on his past decisions. This escalates into a fight between the two, which Felicity eventually stops. They head to a vertical production plant and destroy every trace of the drug. Dinah, Curtis, Nick and the last few clean cops end up fighting for their lives at the safe house when Diaz's goons attack it. Nick finds out that Curtis is Mr. Terrific as they fight back. They escape after Dinah uses her powers. Diggle decides to leave Team Arrow and Oliver wishes him luck. Oliver gets the DEA and Hill to come clean about Diaz's hold on him. He fires them when they reject his protection. They call him out as the Green Arrow again on TV. Nick arrives at Curtis' apartment where he tells Dinah that they may lose their jobs. Now back to the Justice Clubhouse podcast. Alright, so getting into this episode of Arrow, which is titled Brothers in Arms. What's up, Dance?
The fall of OG Team Arrow.
Yes, what the heck is going on? And what is going on with Team Arrow? What is going on? Yeah, before we cover what was basically the biggest part of this episode, we shall talk about the kind of lighter bits, the ones that gave us hope, which was Laurel and Lance, her trying to be part of society and her trying to be a better daughter. Can you say daughter? Because, I mean, that is Laurel. And he was her father and the other, I guess, yeah, his Earth 2 daughter. And
that's kind of weird if you think about it.
Yeah,
just
it is
saying
weird.
Stuff like that, yeah.
And her loyalty is like being tested. You know, like she's kind of like, you know, at the end of the day, though, I feel like she is trying to do what's best to make sure that Lance doesn't get hurt. Because you know that she cares about the dude and doesn't want him to get hurt at the end of this. But
then you got Ricardo on the other side. He's like, your fries are getting cold. He sounds like a freaking.
He sounds weird. He sounds, yeah, I don't know. Why.
If you think about it, he kind of is
getting cold.
He's a creep.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I got one more, and I know what he is. But yeah, that was pretty interesting to see her kind of like play her him.
Yeah, I think,
and hopefully that is the case.
I feel like she's just gonna triple cross.
Yeah,
like she. Yeah. I don't want to go any further than that.
Then you got Curtis and Dinah trying to, you know, take down Diaz's like his goon squad, basically,
including Anatoly.
Yeah, but everyone seems to be on their payroll, even though Oliver had called out the DA, who is Cash from Shameless. I recognize you, and also Captain Hill. But they're just like, yeah, so what? What do you call that?
We're pressed.
Diaz got the money. We can't really do it. And he's like, you know what? Fired. And yeah,
That's
so
true.
basically he's without a DA and without police captain, and it looks like everyone's jobs may be at risk. So hopefully Dinah does not throw that at Oliver, because I would be pissed.
That's crazy that there's only like 5 or 6 real cops or cops that aren't under his payroll.
Yeah.
And well, technically 5 because one of them died.
That sucks.
Shouldn't have eaten that pizza alone, bro.
Yeah, damn it. And then Curtis, like him and Nick, they kind of have like that hope that maybe things will be all right.
And then Paul comes back.
Yeah, that would be awkward. But see, that's pretty cool. He's open-minded. Yes, he did tell Curtis that he didn't like he didn't. Yeah. He said he didn't like vigilantes.
Yeah, he's like, I don't like them vigilantes, but maybe his mind changed because of what. Because of what happened.
It just depends on the vigilante, I guess. Yes, I understand upholding the law, but sometimes there are, well, obviously criminals don't go by the law. You need people that
don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me
no more. Yeah.
You, me, you, me, you. But yeah, it's like we need people that are like that are
understanding and open-minded about situations.
Exactly.
Because you might think one thing's bad. It's never black and white. There's always
gray
in between.
Yes.
You know, there's other colors in this world.
There's a silver crap stain, not a silver lining. Sometimes it's silver crap stain. And
silver lining. That's a pretty good song too.
Yeah, but going from that,
they got to see things through a different light.
Yeah, for sure. And I also like that Dinah kind of put aside her differences to work with Oliver to take down Anatole, even though they have to let him go.
And then she still kind of has an attitude towards him.
She does, because
he's like, "Can I just see Anatole for one second?" She's like, "Sure." That little head tilt just made me like, I'm like, I just want to flicker in the.
But see, that's why I ship those two, because that's exactly how Black Canary and Green Arrow are in the comics.
I honestly feel like they're going to reset next season.
Hopefully.
So we'll get into theories. No, but kind of not hopefully, because it's kind of bad for other characters.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we'll go back into story.
But yeah, getting into the biggest part of the drama of this episode, and I'm saying this as part of the story, not the way it was acted, because the way it was acted was great. Not only by Stephen Amell and David Ramsey, but also Emily Bett, because she played the mediator to these two titans, basically, who have just very. We understand Diggle's side. He wants to be able to make calls, because yes, in the past Oliver's calls are not the best. You know, sometimes he acts on impulse, sometimes he doesn't think all the way through, sometimes he acts without restraint, and we get that. But the thing is, Oliver was always responsible for those
mistakes.
Exactly. He always owns up to them. It's really on the person that follows through with it. If you don't want to do it, step aside and go about your own way of doing it. Like what the other three did. They went ahead and did their own thing, even though I want to just say F them. At some point down the line, they came to be able to work with Oliver in little other ways instead of, directly under him, like.
Yeah, I think he just took it a little too far.
He did.
Oliver's very. He's really has thick skin.
He really does.
He can take a physical beating, a mental beating, and an emotional beating at the same time, and still be like, sure, it's my fault.
Yeah.
But the people around him, even though yes, he's cost the lives of many, and
not directly, but like indirect. Like just sometimes you can't save everybody.
It's understandable because he's leading a big group.
Yeah,
it's not big, but it's still a lot of people to think about. And like you're saying about what if they want to do something, they can go ahead and do it because that's still essentially their own choice.
Yeah,
and he said that too. He's like, if you wanted to make that choice back then, you had your chance to.
Yeah.
It's I give the call outs, but you can still, what do you call it? We'll argue about it after, but if it's the right choice, it's the right choice. Like with what's her name? Dinah's boyfriend, ex-husband.
Vigilante, yeah.
She could have done something.
She could have.
She could have had someone else help her. Who else was around? I know she got pinned by that thing.
Yeah.
But there's other options.
Curtis and Renee could have helped there.
Yeah, they could have helped him.
They decided to go out their own way.
So many options, and they still blame it on him, but he's like, sure, I'll take that blame as well. But they can't do that for themselves.
You can dish it, but you can't take it.
Yeah.
That's like everyone on the season. Like, honestly, like, again, we understand where they're coming from as far as calling Oliver out on his shit. But, like, when he calls you out on your shiz...
Bro, you curse, we're going to get demonetized.
Yeah, if he calls you out on your stuff, just take it. Like, if Jeremy calls me out on stuff, I take it. If I call him out on stuff, he takes it.
It took a while for me too, but
just
I understand
Just
now.
do it. It doesn't have to keep going. Like, just you guys want to save the city, and you're saying Oliver's like, what do you call it? He's being the dude is a mayor, a father, and a vigilante at night, trying to balance everything. What are you doing?
What he does is call him out for it instead of trying to make that change.
Yeah.
If he wants to make the change of like, hey, Oliver's doing too much, I'm gonna just step up on my own and start clearing house wherever I need to. Because
look at this. The biggest problem I guess I had with this season is the fact was Renee is kind of like he's the catalyst of everything that happened wrong in Team Arrow. And this is why I say he kind of...
Sorry. I gotta sit up straight. Yeah, go
He
ahead.
ruined like the rest of everybody, because this is the thing. You got a guy who took you under his wing, basically, made you into a better hero, got you outfitted with better equipment and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then you still made the choice to out him because you needed to get your daughter back. Right? That's on you. You can't say... You know, no, that was on you.
Him.
Yeah, and then
on Oliver.
He apologized to Oliver, but then he said that's the only thing I had to do. But the thing is, Oliver he managed to keep his mayorship award. He managed to keep being a mayor and a father, all the while being the Green Arrow, and he took every hit. He lost the mother of his child throughout this entire ordeal. Blamed nobody but himself, even for Adrian becoming the way he was. And you were the one who sold him out. So everybody's just tossing all their problems at him as if it was him that caused it. But no, Oliver has been trying to fix it. He's been trying to be ahead of it. But everybody else made these selfish decisions on themselves. Just like Dinah. She decided to trust Vigilante when he couldn't really be trusted.
Yeah. And that's like the main thing. If you're part of a group who has a leader, that's your thing. Like, you're supposed to take the orders, but you still are your own person.
Yeah.
You have your own opinions. You still have your own thoughts. If you don't think it's right, you can argue with them, but if you actually want to do something about it or make a change, you can do that. You know? You're not just stuck to taking that order.
Yeah, exactly.
There's still other options out there.
But
all they do is like, because... his plan didn't fall through, and I still could have made a change. I'm still gonna blame it on him.
Yeah, just like when Diggle was mentioning his mother dying and his father, that was like cold. That was not necessary. That was already past.
Yeah,
and take account all the lives Oliver did save outweighs all the people that he didn't. And the people that he did lose were the people that were closest to him.
It really, like right now, it does sound like we're bashing Diggle, but we're not.
We're not.
We're just, it's like one of those criticism things where we understand where he's coming from. We understand what he wants to accomplish, especially with that suit. I don't know why he kind of went a little too far with the suit thing. Yeah. We understand his motives. He could have just dealt with it a different way.
They're missing like a little cartoon version of them just pulling the sword from each other.
That's all they gotta. That's all they gotta do. Just like, Lord Messa's probably gonna do something like that. Yeah, guaranteed. He has that kind of a thought process where he makes stuff like that funny.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. My suit. No, mine.
But yeah, it's just like it sucks because they've been through so much together. I'm just talking about Diggle and Oliver, and Diggle's one of our favorite, if not even more so than Oliver, because there's been times where I'm just like, Oliver, this is not a good choice. But the thing
Oliver said, like, he's like, this is out of your character.
It was.
That literally was. Like, we really like Diggle as a whole. For him to act like that is very beyond.
And maybe it's because he's been cooped
his
up,
own attitude,
and he can't be out really. So it kind of makes sense, but at the same time, it's like it sucks because Oliver's really trying to be better, and he's a character
and
that
you see him in a straitjacket, just in the white room. He's like, I want to see
yeah. And this is the thing: if you can't fire a bow and arrow as well as he can, you can't be the Green Arrow, dude.
Yeah.
You can't fire from a crossbow and call yourself the Arrow. You're Spartan, okay? You're the guy that charges in there with a gun and his fists and beats the crap out of people. That's where you are. You know, that's what people are going to know you for. If you want to be a leader as Spartan, then fine. Go ahead, be a leader. Just don't say that to Oliver. Don't think that you're entitled to this suit. Don't think that, don't put it on him that he's keeping you in the corner.
And if you think about it, who started off with that suit?
Yeah.
Who started it all? If you want to have something that means that much as like the suit does to you, do it yourself.
Exactly. And
don't strip someone else's title from them if it's not really deserving.
Yeah. I'm gonna call you out. Season 3, you hated wearing that suit. You hated it.
Damn, you
remember?
Called him dirty.
When Oliver had went missing after he got stabbed in the chest.
Yeah.
Mid-season, and then it came back for season 3, and then Roy was there. You hated that suit. You said, "I didn't want to be a Green Arrow," and then here you are again.
Honestly, I feel like it all started like his attitude,
with
not
Renee.
not just that, but also the drugs that he initially took. I think that's just it's getting to him after a while. I know he hasn't taken it since the fix, the thing that
yeah.
I was about to call him Colton. Fudge.
Curtis, yeah.
Yeah, Curtis made for him.
I
think the drugs are just, it's like one of those long-term side effects.
That's true.
Or long-term symptoms, and that's probably why he's acting like
Hopefully that's what it is.
It's like
because
a rage.
If he's doing that just because he's put that like built up in himself, that's just terrible.
Yeah,
that's not.
I'm just
good.
trying to think on the lighter side. Hopefully that's what
I'm saying I hope it plays out that way, because it would make me not hate him more than I do right now. Because we love Diggle again, and he even called himself out. He said to Lila, "I effed up real bad."
Yeah, he's like the kid with the knife. He's like, oh God. He's like, yeah.
But yeah, it's sad where Team Arrow's at right now. He's basically alone. But again,
and then
finally it's time for him to be like, show him what a hero's like.
He's gonna go solo next episode, because Felicity's starting to go.
You know what? F him.
She's just
F them all.
Instead of like this analogy, like you push people off you make people jump ship. They're actually just like,
they're just jumping off.
They're just dipping. They're like, I'll see you later.
So you know what? I'm gonna say this right now. This is in order of the
sorry, side note, that wasn't an analogy. I just said it all backwards, and that's my own.
But yeah, I'll just say this. Not in no particular order, but Diggle, Dinah, Curtis, and actually Renee and Curtis, because Curtis is not as bad as right now as everybody else. Go F yourselves, because that is not what a team leader does. You do not bail on your team. You try to work through things, and if you're willing to get your ass kicked, go ahead. Go get your ass kicked, and then watch you all weep towards Oliver. Or when he's nearly dead because you guys didn't help him, hopefully that sticks with you in your conscience.
I think they approach every wrong situation wrong.
Yes.
As weird as that sounds. Like anything that Oliver like says that they don't like, they just straight up argue.
Yeah.
You know, instead of like working things out, maybe discussing about it, like talking about what he could have done a little bit better, it would have gone a long ways away from what actually happened, like with them splitting up and all that.
Yeah,
I think it's just
had Diggle not thrown that punch, you would have understood it.
Yeah, see, exactly like that.
Because he was even mature enough to get the mission done before he left. I mean, I'll give it that to him. But then again, it's like, why you gotta leave, bro? Like, you don't want to just talk about it.
It's
you know,
good,
when he was a little kid, when he was like, "I'm gonna leave," I'm gonna be like, "Why you want to leave? Let's talk about it." You know.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. It's just talk through it.
But if you think about it, I was still a kid.
Yeah, he was still exactly. He was a kid. You're a man.
Yeah, thinking the way that Diggle did. It's like
people who
these
leave
people regressed.
Yeah, people who
Instead of
leave are
progressed,
not
they regressed.
adults.
Yeah.
People who stay are adults. You just
like I
work
understand
through it.
where you need to leave to have some fresh air to think about things, but
What
for
you
you to
gave
actually
you.
fully leave
Yeah.
and just give up on everything is a little
Poopy.
childish. Yeah, it's a bit amateur.
I guess we can get into the Easter eggs if you found any.
I didn't catch any. I was just too heated from what happened.
God dang it.
Yeah.
I found nothing either.
Yeah, no.
All right, so getting to the previews for next episode because we're actually kind of running here.
This is episode 17?
Yeah,
What
we
the
have 6 more episodes left.
Dang.
Fundamentals. Mental is in the... Okay, sorry, I was about to do another
Office meme.
You are mental if you do not have fun. In his darkest place yet, Oliver wonders if he's failed at everything, being a father, a mayor, and a hero. His frustration rising, Oliver lashes out at Felicity and William. A surprising visit from an old friend has Oliver questioning his next move. Okay. I don't know who that old friend is, but better shake him. Watch it be Malcolm. It's just like, thought I was dead, bitch. Damn it. Yeah, I don't know where this is going to go. Your theories for next season as far as we're resetting.
Oh, this is going to be bad.
Go ahead. Lay it on us.
Honestly, I feel like OG Team Arrow is dead.
I don't know.
I think they're going to try to revamp.
Okay.
Because they already have the characters.
Okay.
Technically, a new lineup where there's Oliver, Dinah, Curtis. I don't know why I was about to burp there. And Laurel.
Okay.
You know, as the main 4. So she's like, we got the tech and then the 2 sidekicks. You know,
I like it. I shall go off of that one and say
you're saying, sorry, real quick. You're saying that Dinah and Oliver in the comics, that's kind of how they act. They're very
they're like
brash to each other.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's gonna happen. They're gonna keep butting heads until they find out that they actually like each other.
I like it.
But they're gonna have to call it Felicity.
Oh no. But that's still on the
and
table.
then if Diggle doesn't die,
Mhm.
maybe he
goes
just
to another
works.
town.
You know, maybe he just works with Lila at Argus.
That's why I like that. Yeah.
You know, just let him do his own thing.
If it's not like that, even though I really like that, it could be Oliver. Because I would love to see a season where it's like that, where Oliver solo, even without Felicity, maybe Felicity's just taking care of William, and then Diggle, Dinah, Curtis work together, and maybe Laurel will work with Oliver, like you said. But it would be cool to see.
I feel like
it
Renee should just like die in a hole. I'm just kidding. No, he should just you know.
At this point,
Sorry.
I agree. I'm sorry.
Rick Gonzalez is an amazing actor.
He is, because we hate him.
Yeah,
I mean, like we
his
hate.
character-
What do you call that? I can't even say his name.
Yeah, I forgot his name.
We hate Wild Dog right now.
That guy. Yeah, I think he should just worry about his kid. Just take care of your kid. Just
Get better, but
stop
don't.
being a vigilante.
Yeah,
Just because it will cause more danger to you and your
exactly.
people you
Because
care about.
if Diggle was gonna call out somebody from making wrong calls, it was him.
Yeah.
It was definitely him for sure.
That was pretty bad for turning on a team like that.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how he got out of that situation.
Yeah.
Because the other two still they're too focused on the whole privacy thing.
Yeah.
For them to not care about having the whole team sold out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. I think that's the new lineup. Oliver, Curtis, Dinah, and possibly Laurel.
I like it.
If not, then just those 3.
They better all make it out alive. You know, except for Dragon, obviously, this season. And maybe Renee just goes away, and so does. Well, hopefully not Diggle, but like you said, he could just be working at Argus.
Yeah. It's just like
he's a military man. It makes sense, and he could call the shots.
Just like how Thea and
that'd
Roy
be dope. It's
left.
like he does his thing like through Argus, and then when he needs help from Oliver, he just calls him.
Yeah,
I like it. That would be dope.
So that he calls his own shots, but when they're working together, they work together. They don't have to call each other out on something.
And we still have that whole Thea and Roy thing open ended. That would be interesting to see play through.
Yeah, maybe it's like that. Like wherever there's trouble,
I'll be there.
Yeah, but it's the other way around. Whenever those people have trouble, Oliver will be there for them. And it'll be cool because we could...
Just say my name. Diggle. I'll be there.
Don't you mean Oliver? They say Oliver's name, and then
Oliver?
he'll be there. Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
and it'll be cool because it'll bring new scenery, new setting, new surroundings. They could have set over there. Over there.
So that way it's not crowded. Because it's getting pretty crowded.
And like if they and Roy are if they're in trouble,
we found the pits.
Yeah, Oliver can go over there.
Yeah.
And if Diggle needs help in, let's say, National City, I know that's not in this Earth, but I need help here to get rid of the syndicate, and he's over there now.
Yeah.
Instead of just being in Star City, they could branch out.
I dig it.
They could have Oliver branch out into different areas.
And Malcolm Burn's going to come back.
Yeah.
And then Tom Walling's going to show up on one of these shows eventually.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing.
That is memes.
And,
We're just kidding.
Hopefully Laurel is doing the right thing.
Yeah.
And do not touch Lance. If he dies, I will be so pissed.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard hit for me. I don't think I would watch as much or enjoy as much. I know we're still going to have to review this, but I won't enjoy it as much.
So I guess we can get to the. Actually, we're gonna ask Spirit what he thought about the episodes. What did you think about the episodes?
I'm out here, dude.
Oh my god, it's so good! You see it? Fire! Okay, the next episode, man, like it can't get here soon enough. Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
This week was pretty good.
It's solid. It had us all up in our feels for sure.
Yeah.
We only have a couple more episodes for everything. Supergirl is going to stretch out longer because it's been gone for a while, but I couldn't pick up a favorite from this week. They're all pretty damn good. I guess
how long has Flash been out? Like 3 weeks?
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
It's going to be next week. It's coming back, right?
Yeah, so it's technically 4 weeks.
Oh yeah, it's been like 4 weeks. Never mind.
Technically a month. Mm-hmm. It's been gone just as long as Supergirl or no?
Supergirl's been out since like January.
Oh, so
it's like that's been
3 months.
3 months, yeah.
Yeah.
So the hashtag for this week is hashtag. Damn, this is gonna be a bit. I should have wrote something down.
Just
what happened on Legends? Damn it! Oh,
it was Mallus. You know the
hashtag winged. Sorry. Hashtag winged demon. Lightning family. Rankless. Bro fight. I can't even remember what the fudge I just said, but just
winged demon. Lightning family. Rankless bro fight.
There you go. Put that in the comments down below.
That's crazy, dude. I got short-term memory. That's crazy how I remember that. Whoa. My comprehension's off the charts.
Solid episode though, right? It was really
good. Pretty good episode. Made me feel things.
Make me pissed watching it.
If a show makes you feel any emotion, it's a good show.
Yes.
Or episode rather.
Yeah. And with that being said, you guys, please go leave a comment down below what you thought about the video and leave a like if you enjoyed. Also, just leave your theories and stuff down below.
Yeah, leave the hashtag as well. Yeah. That'd be cool. That's insane. That's a long one.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys want to check out our social media, go check out our Stardust. We do live reactions right after the episodes air. It's on the Stardust app. I totally forgot. You could follow us at Justice Clubhouse, HAUS. Yeah.
We have the same icon as our YouTube on that. So.
Yeah, you'll find us there.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to go a little bit further and see our speed throws separately and just a bunch of other fun randomness, you could check out our Instagram at The Justice Clubhouse, and we'll leave all the links in the description.
We post on Sundays.
Yeah, Superhero Sundays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. If you guys want to check out our Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, everything.
Personal pages, everything.
Yeah, don't follow us on our personal. That's a little weird.
And I guess with that being said, we shall see you guys in the next one.
Bye. Bye.